Hello everyone, Simplified Education welcomes you all on this platform where you can do the preparation of various teaching exams. You can join our Telegram channel and Facebook page from the link given below into the description box. And if you understand my teaching, please subscribe my channel so that you will be notified with my upcoming videos. As you all know, we are dealing with the research aptitude. It is useful for UGC NET and SET exam paper 1 unit 2. In the last video, we have studied the format of thesis and article writing, and in this video, we are going to study the next aspect of that is style of referencing. First, we need to understand what is the meaning of references and citation. So, citation means what? Suppose any student is writing any article or journal or the thesis, means any kind of research work he is doing. So, whenever he is writing that part, he is going to give some kind of references. So, all the kinds of references which he is giving either into the paragraph writing or into the last section, that is into the references or bibliography. So, all the kinds of references are collectively called as the citation. So, we can say there are two types of citations. First is citing the sources in the text, means whenever we are writing the particular paragraph, into the particular place only some references are given. That kind of references we are calling it as a citing the sources in the text. And next category is that citing the sources into the references or the bibliography. This we have seen into the format of the thesis writing, that into the last part we are having the section of references and bibliography, means whatever references we have used so far into the thesis writing, into the last part, that is separate section references and bibliography, we are mentioning that references. That we can call it as a citing the sources into the references or the bibliography. So, these are the two types of citations. Now, the question is that why we are using this citation? Whenever we are making the citation, means we are giving the reference, means that credit goes to the original author. So, the credit should go to that original author is the first and foremost purpose of giving the citation. Second purpose, we can say it increases the authenticity of that research work. Means whenever we are saying that yes, these are the proper references, I have referred these references and I have taken the idea from that. So, that is increasing the authenticity, and along with that authenticity, it avoids the plagiarism. Means I have not stolen any kind of material directly. I have just referred this material, I have taken the idea from that, and whatever work I am doing, that is my original work. So, authenticity, no plagiarism, and original credit should go to that original author. That are the purposes of citation. So, we can say a citation is a way of giving the credit to the individuals for their creative and intellectual work that utilize to support our research. So, this was all about the references and citation. Now, the style of references. If we see, styles are basically well established practices and convention, means particular organization or the university or the institution is going to decide some kind of rules and regulation for giving the references. That rules and regulations format, we can call it as a style of references. So, there are number of styles of the references and citation available. And how we are going to decide that which kind of style we are going to use for the references? It depends on the discipline in which we are working. Means it depends on the various kinds of subjects in which we are working, and from that subject we are going to decide that which particular style we are going to use. Now, that citation means whenever we are going to see the example of any citation, it consists of which elements? It consists of mainly 5 elements, that is author name, year of publication, then place of publication, very important title of the book, and then name of the publication. So, these 5 elements are very much important for giving the citation, and into the various styles of references we can have the different combinations of these 5 elements. So, that was the introduction of the style of references. Now here I have given total 20 styles of referencing, but for our UGC NET syllabus we are going to study only 3 styles of referencing. Which are the 3 styles of referencing? First we are going to study APA style, that is American Psychological Association. Then second we are going to study that is MLA style, Modern Language of Association. And third is the Chicago style, that is Chicago University Press has introduced this Chicago style. So just for your reference you can read all the names of the styles of referencing, but for our NET syllabus we are going to study only these 3 styles in detail. First is the APA style. Now American Psychological Association has created this style, that's why in the short form the name is given as APA style, and this style is originated in the 1929, that is into the 20th century. And for which kind of subjects we are going to use this APA style for the referencing? That is into the social sciences, business, criminal justice, economics and law. And for the medical subjects we can use it into the nursing and psychology. So for all these kinds of subjects we can use the APA style. Now we are going to see the important features of the APA style. Which is the first important feature is that only the initial letter of the author's first name are provided. Suppose my first name is Zoya, so we are not going to write that complete name, we are just going to write down the J of that. That is the initial name of the author's first name. What is the purpose of this mentioning only initial letter? The purpose is that to avoid any kind of biasness. Just we are going to note down the initial. Then year of publication refers to the edition that you have used. And this APA style, the more focus is on the year of publication. Means it supports mainly we can say the recent articles. Then the book title, the title of book which we are going to mention, it should be in the italics, and only the first letter of the title is into the capital. Means we are not going to use all the letters into the capital, just first letter capital. Then place of publication, into that we are going to mention the city and the country, and into the publisher we are going to write down the name of the publishing company. Now we will see the format of the APA style. If we see that format, this format is very much important for the exam point of view. First see author's last name. Here first we are going to mention the last name and then initial. Initial means the initial of the first name, then dot, and then into the bracket we are going to mention the year of publication in which we are going to introduce this. Then full stop, then title of the book, it should be into the italics form, then place of the publication, then colon, and then publisher, means the name of publishing company we are going to mention. So this is all about the format of citing a book. Here I have given the format of only book. If the format of the website or the any other article is there, then there will be the somewhat differences into the format. But for your NET examination point of view, this APA format for citing the book is very important. That's why I have given the format of only book. If we see the example, you will understand it into the better way. What is the name? Charles Darwin. But how it is mentioned? First author's last name, that is Darwin, then comma, and for Charles we are just going to mention the C over here, then full stop, then year of publication, that is 2006, then this is the name of the book, that is On the Origin of the Species by Means of the Natural Selection. This is the book, it is given into the italics form. Then place of the publication, that is New York, and publisher, that is Dover Publications. So this is the example. With this example it will be clear to you how we can going to express the APA style of referencing. And this APA style of referencing, it is also known as the author date reference style. So this is very important, we can use the another name, that is author date reference style. So this was all about the APA style of referencing. Second, MLA style. MLA stands for the Modern Language Association, means Modern Language Association has introduced this MLA style. It is originated into the 1985, and where it is used most widely, MLA is most widely used into the humanities, especially in writing on the language and the literature. And on which subject it is going to focus specially, that is English, literature, arts and philosophy. So basically MLA style deal with the discipline humanities. Now we will see the format of the MLA. We need to understand how it is different from the APA style. See, first author's last name, this is same as into the APA style, then comma and then first name. Into the APA we were writing just the first letter of the first name. Here we are going to write down the complete first name, then full stop, then title of the book. Here after first name into the APA we were mentioning the year of publication, but here after that directly we are going to mention the title of the book, then place, publications, and at last we are going to have this year of publication. So the major difference is with the two aspects, that is year of publication, place of year of publication, and then we are going to have the complete first name, and into the APA style only initial letter. Now we will see the same example. If we take the same example, it will be easier for you to understand the differences. See, Darwin, it was same. Then here the complete name Charles we have given. Then the title of the book, that is on the origin of the species by means of natural selection. Then publication, that is place of publication New York, and then publication, that is Dover's publication, and at last we are going to mention this year. So these are the two differences between APA style and the MLA style. Third style is the Chicago style. Chicago style, it is mainly based on the documentation style, means wherever we are going to study the documentation part, specially we are going to use the Chicago style, and it has been published by the Chicago University Press into the 1906. So it is quite older one as compared to the MLA and APA, and it is used for the subject matter such as historical journals, geography, sociology, anthropology and social sciences. And citations are provided into the footnotes and endnotes, and usually accompanied by the bibliography. So that footnotes and endnotes is the speciality of the Chicago style. MLA and APA we were not using that. Now the format of the Chicago, that is author's last name, first name, title of the book. It is here also it is given into the italics form, then place, then publication and year of publication. So if we see the example, Darwin, then first name, that is Charles. Into the MLA and Chicago we are using the complete name, and into the APA we are using only the initial of that, and title of the book, that is on the origin of the species by means of natural selection. Then place of the publication, and here the publication, Dover's publication, and year of the publication. So that was all about the Chicago style. Now with this table we will make the comparative study of these three styles, that is APA, MLA and Chicago. First, if we see the full name or the meaning, then APA stands for American Psychological Association. In the last year this question was asked what APA stands for. Then MLA, Modern Language Association, and Chicago, that is Chicago University Press. Then second aspect, that is origin. APA originated in 1929, MLA in 1985 and Chicago in 1906. So if we see, then Chicago is the quite older one, then APA and MLA is the latest one. Now if we see the subjects in which these styles of references are used, then APA is used into the social sciences, business, economics, education, psychology and law. These are the subjects for the APA reference style. Then for MLA, it is specially deals with the humanities discipline. Under that, it focuses on the English, literature, arts and philosophy. And Chicago, it is we have seen that a documentation specialty, so it deals with the historical journals, geography, sociology and anthropology. Now if we compare the example of all these three styles, especially for better understanding I have taken the one example only, so that it will be easier for you to make the comparison. There are 2 points which we can highlight in the example, that into the APA style the author's first name, only the initial is used, and into the MLA and Chicago the complete full name, first full name is used, that is only C and here Charles and Charles. And second main aspect is that year of publication. Year of publication in APA style, it immediately comes after the name of the author, and into the MLA and Chicago it is coming at the last. So these 2 points you can remember from exam point of view. I hope this table will be easier for you to compare amongst the APA, MLA and Chicago. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any question, you can ask into the comment box. Very soon we will meet with the next video, that will be the discussion of application of ICT in the research. Till then, stay with us.